kind of feels like World War III going on with Russia and people of the Ukraine fighting, and now it's uh, Israel fighting Hamas and Hezbollah, and you got all the nations hoping those people are going against those people. It's like, shoot.
Tonight, Israel ramping up its war from the air, claiming it's killed several senior Hamas figures in strikes across Gaza. But while Israeli troops are massing on the border, they're still awaiting the command to launch an all-out ground invasion. While Israel's president, in an interview on Sky News, making a shocking claim about documents on a dead Hamas terrorist.
We're dealing with ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and Hamas. This is what we're dealing with. And in this material, there were instructions how to produce chemical weapons.
And tonight, Hamas using hostages as human bargaining chips in an apparent effort to delay that attack. After releasing an American mother and daughter Friday, the group now says it's ready to free 2 elderly Israelis. We don't know if the offer is sincere.
Acts are what speak, not words, particularly coming from Hamas.
But it's forcing the question, should Israel allow more time for negotiations? Fears growing of a wider war, including in Lebanon, where Israeli troops are exchanging fire with the Iranian-backed militant group Hezbollah. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu tonight threatening that if Hezbollah joins the war, he'll order attacks on targets all across Lebanon. And with every passing hour, Gaza sinks deeper into humanitarian disaster. Aid finally started arriving Saturday, with more today. But it's a fraction of what's needed for Gaza's 2 million civilians.
Yeah, they'll probably never actually get enough aid that they actually need.
The UN warning it has just 3 days of fuel left, and that aid efforts will collapse if more doesn't arrive.
I have been working as an emergency doctor in many aggressions, but I haven't witnessed anything like this before.
In overwhelmed hospitals, surgeons operating by the light of cell phones, and according to the Associated Press, using vinegar as antiseptic. In the
Israeli government acts like they're fighting against military people, but it seems like it's civilians that are attacked more often than not.
Kibbutz of Be'eri, we joined photographer Yarnin Peled on his first visit home since the attacks.
To see the destruction, but firsthand.
Documenting the site where more than 100 civilians were killed, including his older sister and her husband.
It wasn't time for grieving, for mourning or whatever. We just, okay, they're gone. We need to stay focused.
Focused on healing and building once again.
When people ask me about rebuilding this place, I will say, we are Israelis. We're in the business of making life, building them, creating them.
And Raf joins us now. Raf, any indications on the timing for an Israeli ground invasion of Gaza?
Well, Kate, we're learning tonight the leaders of France and the Netherlands will be in Israel in the coming days. A possible sign Israel plans to delay its invasion, at least until those leaders leave. Kate.